Right, so as you can tell from the title of this video, the overnight numbers for episode 4, 73 yards, are in. We're going to take a look at that in a second, but boy, is there a difference. Boy, is there a difference. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this episode, to be honest. Compared to the previous ones, it was actually so much better. I wouldn't say it's great anymore still. I still wouldn't say it was particularly good, but it's certainly been the best. And I think these overnight ratings actually do reflect that. Yeah, so we're going to take a look now, and I'll just get this ready. So, as you can see, this is the usual place. Doctor Who TV, which is where we seem to be getting the numbers released first. Radio Times hasn't even released them yet, so they're working on their article. But I'm sure that by the time that they release this video's released, it will be available. So I'll do another one to follow up. But yeah, so this is the usual place. UK Doctor Who TV. The ratings accumulator. We'll just do a quick recap of what they are. So the overnight TV ratings only include those who watched it live and those who recorded and watched it later that night. I'm not sure many people would have recorded it, but maybe they did. So yeah, I won't go through the rest until we get the updated numbers for last week's episode. Boom. So just to recap: episode 1, 2.6 million overnight. Episode 2, 2.4 million, and episode 3, 2.04 million. Now this is the interesting thing. Now, this episode had one thing that redeemed it, I believe, and I'm sure that many do agree with me when I say that the absence of Ncuti as the Doctor made a significant difference. And it did. So let's have a look. 2.62 million, so an extra an extra 20,000 people watched it. That's that's on top of episode 1, by the way. So yeah, 2.62 million people. So 20,000 more people watched it than the first episode, and it had one quality about it that wasn't in previous episodes. It did not have Ncuti in it, and I think that perfectly reflects what I've been saying from all along. Is Ncuti is not acting; he's self-inserting. He is not playing the Doctor; he is playing himself, and that's what makes him a bad actor, in my opinion. People keep defending him, saying, "Yeah, but what about Barbie?" He's like, "Yeah, well, Barbie, he wasn't allowed to self-insert; he had a role to play." Whereas in Doctor Who, he seems to only be playing himself. Full stop. So yeah, I think an extra 20,000 on top of the first episode viewing numbers is a big difference in comparison, especially with the consistent lower numbers between episode 1 and episode 4. So yeah, hopefully soon we'll get episode 3's updated numbers. So we'll probably get the TV plus 4 tomorrow, and then the updated 7-day for BBC and that there later on. So just to remind people that the +7 TV plus 4 screen is the accumulated numbers. That's the total numbers in 7 days. So the 3.91 million is everything. The +7 TV is people who watched it on the BBC and recorded it or downloaded it to watch later. So as far as I can tell, the numbers on this number 3.67 for episode 2 does not include iPlayer, whereas the 3.91 does include iPlayer because it is including everything. So that's the consolidated number, 391 for episode 2. And that's the number I'm going to be looking forward to tomorrow for episode 3. But the fact that it's 2.62 million, I think that shows what this episode had going for it. And it was the fact that Ncuti was not in it. and it had a whole lot. It still had DEI involved in a smaller way, and it kind of just proves that the DEI woke trash that we've had in the previous episodes leading up to it, it's killing the show. You take Ncuti out of it, and all of a sudden you get an increase, a significant one. Bear in mind that's more than people that tuned out of it in the for the previous episodes. So yeah, great fun, and yeah, I'm so glad that this episode actually got a better viewership because it is the best episode of the show so far this season. And does it just happen to be one without Ncuti in it? He's only in it for like well, I don't even think he's in it for 5 minutes. And it's the best viewed episode of the series or the season. So, yeah, I think the viewing numbers are actually proving my point. And there are people that will say that, oh, the overnight numbers don't mean a thing. It's like, well, actually, they do significantly mean a thing. And people saying that viewing of entertainment TV has changed over the years. Like, yeah, it has. It's easier to get the numbers. But yeah, I am so glad that this episode actually has a higher number of views. Obviously, none of these numbers show how many people actually stopped watching it after a certain amount of time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this content, and please do check out the merchandise linked in the description below, as well as the tipping page if you want to support the channel. So yeah, I'll see you later with the Radio Times article when it releases for the rating numbers, and we'll see what they say. We'll see what they say in defense or against it. We'll see. But yeah, so until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and may the Schwartz be with you always.